Hey everyone, Pete from Abstract Ocean. Today we're installing a flexible trunk light. We're going to do it in this Model Y. This is not our Model Y, it's a loaner from Tesla, so it's a bit dirty. I've removed the parcel shelf and this is what is in the box. So we have the flexible front light. It's supplied by the 12 volt outlet just here in the back of the trunk. If I quickly plug it in, you'll see. Okay, and then the sort of secret sauce in this is that it's activated by a magnet. So if I just move that close, it turns off. So what that means is, like a fridge, when your trunk is open, light is on, trunk is closed, light is off. So I'm going to go ahead and do the install. This probably should take you about 15 minutes tops. Once I get started, I'll speed through some sections. It's kind of boring just tucking it in underneath the weather stripping. But with that, let's get started. Okay, so the starting point is kind of important. So let's get that taken care of first. I'm going to unravel this, get those out of the way. So it obviously goes without saying, but I will say it. The lit edge needs to be facing outwards. So if you think you're going to kind of get confused, keep it plugged in while you're doing the install. That's an easy way to know you're doing it right. And then this is where the magnetic sensor is. If I just quickly get the magnet out of the packet. So you can see that just goes off and on easily. So this magnet is going to be mounted up on the trunk lid. It's going to be covered up with this decor patch, so super easy to do. So our alignment point is going to be here, the little detente or indent where the bumper on the trunk lands, because then that gives us a nice easy reference point. So what I'm going to do is kind of just fold that back and start tucking it in. What I'm also going to do is grab one of my trim tools. We do sell these separately. It's up to you if you want it. I'm doing it mostly because it just makes it a bit easier, but it's definitely not something that's absolutely necessary. It just kind of saves your fingers a little bit, especially down here because it gets quite tucked in underneath the plastic trim. So anyway, just going to work this along. For this first run round, we're not looking for perfection. We just want to kind of get it in place, and then we'll follow through and get everything tidied up and evened up. So don't worry too much about that just yet. We'll come back to all of this. The key point is get the magnetic sensor here. I'm going to unwind it. You don't want to be sort of fighting against its sort of memory. As you can see, it's super floppy, so it's not bad. But we're just going to carry on working it across. Let's get underneath here. So I think you get the idea. Hopefully you do by now. We're just going to keep working our way all the way around the trunk, tucking it in. And as I mentioned, we're not looking for perfection just yet. We just want it in place, then we'll come around with fingertips and tidy it all up. So I'm going to carry on doing this. I'm going to hit fast forward on the video, and I will see you on the other side. So hopefully you can see this has all been sort of installed now. And what I'm going to do is just kind of work my way around, just using fingertips, just to make sure that the light is evenly under the weather stripping all the way around. And ideally you want to not see it as a direct light source. We want it to be subtle and kind of tucked in behind the weather stripping. Okay, now down here is the sort of the more fiddly bit. That is where I'm going to use a trim tool just to sort of help push it in. Okay, unlike everywhere else where it's kind of in between the trim and the weather strip, along this bottom edge we want to actually tuck it in to the weather strip. So I'm hoping you can see this on camera, but that's where it's going to be sitting, and that way it's a nice tidy install and much more subtle than just sort of having it laying in the bottom here. Okay, so all that remains is the two things actually. So we're going to tidy up this cable. So all we're going to do is just bring it around. This can also kind of be inside the weather stripping like that. Make sure that it's not covering up the actual light source. So you want to kind of have it behind the light strip. And then very last thing is to place the magnet. So what we're going to do is, this is the decor strip that will cover it up. So we're going to get the magnet, just peel off the adhesive. Now it's already magnetic anyway from the bodywork behind it, so just place that there. Grab the decor patch, and this is optional, I suppose. You don't have to use it, but why not? And then just use fingertips to just apply it over the top. Probably could have done a better job there, but you get the idea. Then the last thing to check is, does it go off when the trunk closes? I'm going to just flick off the stage lights for a sec. Hit the close. It's off. You're going to have to trust me on that. Just look through the window and then open it back up. And of course it comes back on. So that's how you install the flexible light strip in a Model Y. Thank you for watching.